Welcome back. It's the day after. I've done some cleanup from yesterday's project. I thought I'll just show you. So I've I've edged the left side of the lawn and broadened the edge that is adjacent to the street. Then I've dressed the lawn. I've seeded it. I've limed it. I've put out iron sulfate. And then the big project yesterday is digging out this new expanded edge to get more room, to get rid of the grass that didn't grow very well here, and to not have to try to mow it, and just for a generally more aesthetically pleasing look. Yeah, and I've used some of the soil to dress the lawn, so I think it turned out pretty well. As I said yesterday, now the fun begins. I will mulch this with a nice bark mulch, and then I will plant it up, and I will plant it up using shade perennials. This is a pretty shaded spot, as you probably can see. We have morning sun. It's about 9 in the morning. Well, actually it's 8 o'clock in the morning because we just went over to daylight saving time. So this area gets morning sun. This area gets midday sun. And I have some roses there right now, but I'm thinking of switching them out for hydrangeas because I don't think they get quite enough sun there to get really vigorous. Anyway, the shade plants that I am about to, well, not right now, but once they grow a bit, so that I can find them and transplant them easily. And I will have to ask someone at the nursery too if it's okay to transplant them while they are in the middle of their growth season. This is my construction area. I'm putting in a greenhouse here. There's been a shed here that I demolished a week ago or so. I will regretfully remove this giant old forsythia as well. We'll try to give it a new life somewhere else. But anyway, this has been quite a shady area. I put in lots and lots of quite expensive nice shade perennials all over here, apart from all the bulbs. So I will give them a chance to show themselves, and then I will dig them up. Hopefully I don't have to wait until autumn to do that, because I want this area finished before then. And I will put them back where I showed you initially, on the front. So that's the plan. Today's plan is to take care of this edge. You can see I've made an undulating edge here, and my plan today is to dig the remainder of the sods out. After that I will leave some of the sods, turn them over to create some horizontal, vertical berms, height differences, and then I will put in the larger rocks that I've gathered in some kind of random, more or less, order shape. And then next week I will buy more rock, smaller rocks, and fill in with those different sizes to create a bit of an extended rockery / alpine garden. And then in the low areas I will mulch, and then I will plant this up with rockery style things and alpine things. So that's the plan. Not all today, but just to dig this out is the plan for today. Yeah, also the mole problem. Haha. These are sods from what I did yesterday. I put them here to dry them out a bit, and my plan is to rake them out so that I get free dressing soil for this part of the lawn. And then when the sods are more or less emptied of soil, they will be quite a bit lighter, and then I will take them to the local recycling center. Yeah, I will also put in some more gravel in the gravel garden before it's time to plant that up, because it has a bit of a slant now. It probably doesn't show up on the camera, but it slants from the yew hedge and to the front, because I couldn't dig as deep in the back because of the roots of the hedge. So I will fill it up with some more nice yellow-brown gravel here at the front, and then it's time to plant that up. That will be really satisfying. I will also plant up this donut bed. I've got everything ordered, both for this bed and for the gravel garden. About 20-25 or so different specimens for this one, and maybe 15 or 20 for the gravel garden. Yeah, this is a new bed I made. I'm not sure about it yet. I have a lot of things in the basement, a lot of perennials that I've grown from seed this winter. This will be sun the entire day, so this will be for the really sun-loving things. Yeah, the last thing, well, yeah, this is also an area that I'm planting up soon. I've started to order things for this patch. This area will contain some shrubs and some hostas and some other semi-shade things, astilbes and other stuff. And I will try to cover up the white cables on the wall there. I will also remove the algae on the fence. But the big thing here, before starting to prepare for the greenhouse, is to get rid of the giant, and I mean giant, ivy roots that are burrowing under where this shed used to be. They're like a giant sea monster under the surface there. There's my wonderful cat, Tyson. Tyson, don't drink that water. You have clean water to drink. Stupid. Yeah. Some other projects for this summer is to build furniture for the patio. I will build 4, well, not Adirondack style, that would be an overstatement, but 4 sturdy lounge chairs here that don't need any cushions, but of course you can have cushions as well. And also I will, I think, replace the bench in the gravel garden with a bench of my own, according to a Russian design that I found online. I'm not sure where I will put the old bench, because of course I won't throw that away. It's a antique, just not very comfortable. Speaking of projects, with the help of my neighbor, I will build a giant wooden deck here to put the greenhouse on. I will surround that deck with gravel, and I will have stepping stones in the gravel in order to reach back to the compost and so forth. And here I'm building a work area. I will build a wooden frame, and I will put in some concrete slabs and then I will build a working table, a potting table. And I'm thinking of behind here, just along the edge, I'm thinking of building just something, a building, well, just putting down, really, one of these homemade climbing fences, because I have ordered a wonderful shrub rose, which was supposed to climb on the side of the shed, which is no longer here. This side gets a lot of sun, but I'm thinking of putting it here instead. So if you can imagine 2 posts like those with a metal frame here and a giant pink shrub rose climbing on that as a background for the work table and the greenhouse. I'll just make a first pass on these mounds today, and I will continue to rake them out as they dry. I think that will be easier. I've actually already seeded the lawn and poured out some lime and iron sulfate. So hopefully some of those seeds, there will be rain tonight again, and it rained when I put out the seeds, so hopefully some of them will germinate. Then we will have to evaluate this technique. I've dug out so many sods over the last year or so. I'm sick and tired of taking care of them. Either you have to be very, very patient while you're digging them up so you don't get any soil. That's really tedious. Or you have to be very patient waiting for them to dry out. Or you're in for some back-breaking, disgusting work. And also it feels a bit wasteful to throw them away as they are. So I've been trying to put them to use, as I said, using them to build up some berms. Hopefully they won't germinate. I know that my hero garden hike, he usually first sprays his lawn with a pesticide where he wants to build new borders, then uses the turf to build up mounds. And then it won't germinate, of course. But as I said, the new bed there, I've just turned the sods over, and I hope they won't germinate anyway. I'm not sure. We will see. The trick to dressing the lawn is, of course, not get a lot of stone in it, but also to get just the right thickness of the soil layer, which I don't think I have ever succeeded with especially well. But lawns are sturdy. You can't really kill them, and as soon as they get a bit of TLC they come back, so it's very rewarding work. I get a positive feeling of this from this. I think I'm doing okay here. It's not such a bad idea after all. As I said, satisfying. It seems to work a-okay. I'm really pleased with that. Free dressing soil of good quality. I get just the remnants, grassy remnants of the sods left over, easy to pick up, and they will probably dry out quickly, so maybe I can use them as berms as well. I don't know if I need that much. But anyway, I think the layer, it might be a bit thick, but still it's going to rain 2 days in a row here, so that will be fine, I think. And then we will have sun for a week, and then the sods will really dry out. I will collect them and get rid of them somehow. So really nice. So time for the next project, digging out this border. I estimate this will take me about an hour. Let's see if I'm right, and I'll let you tag along. I'm trying not to dig that deep here. I have plenty of soil already. It does a better job remaining here in this new bed, but I'm not that particular either. It's always nice to amend the soil with some good stuff, some manure and some fine mulch, and some fresh compost. Now comes the moment that I've actually been dreading. A bit of a mix of creative joy and anxiety. I'm not at all sure that I will be able to design such a natural mix of border rocks and undulations and gravel and mulch as Kevin Garden Hike does. What would you do in this undulating edge bed border? How much of the turf would you use? Where would you put it? Would you make a berm on the outside edge here and kind of a valley in the middle? Or would you do the opposite? Would you perhaps make mounds in the middle, let it slope on both sides? Or maybe the mound should be on the inside, and then everything slopes downwards. Remember, this way, that way is south, so it would be better if it sloped that way, down that way, for maximum sun exposure. Maybe that doesn't really change that much. Well, I will do a try and then I will show you what I've done. If you have any complaints, please or suggestions, please leave them in the comments as soon as possible. Well, I did the only sensible thing, and that is I asked my wife, and she said that stones, a rock along the outside edge or the inside edge, no sods close to the inside edge, and that the whole thing should slope from this side downwards towards that end. So higher here, lower there. So that's the plan now. Again, I really hope these sods won't, the grass won't grow. If so, I think I've made a fool of myself. We'll see, we'll see. I'll cover them in a lot of soil and pray for the best. Hopefully that will do. I think it will. I think it will. Okay, so morning has turned into afternoon and the rain is about to come. But I've just managed to finish what I set out to do today. So as you can see, I've used most of the grass sods to build up berms. I've edged with rock, I've improved the soil, and I put on some bark mulch. I will probably put on more bark mulch, and I will try to find a lighter type so that I get a contrast between the mulch and the rock. And this border, this edge will probably change a bit once I install the greenhouse. But anyway, then I also put some bark mulch on this new bed. This is another type. I've never tried this one before. I really like the structure, but I would have liked it a bit lighter, I think. Yeah, I've raked through the lawn. You can see there are some sods left, but I used almost all of them to build up the berms. I improved the bark mulch here as well. I used the same type that I've used here before. It's pretty expensive, but I like it a lot. In this rhododendron bed, I will first fertilize the plants, and then I will put some more of that pine bark, the big fraction. That's also very expensive, but it really does make a difference. And I actually managed to do more. I put on the lids on the winter song now. I really think that, I don't know if you can see the holes that I made. They're actually too many and too large because it never dries up in there. So we'll see. Anyway, I've fixed up the front as well. It's all finished. Ah, satisfying. Very satisfying. I could have used even more bark mulch, of course. You can never get enough of that. But anyway, ready for planting. Really nice. I took all the rocks that I had here. I had a lot of rocks underneath the juniper, and I really like the contrast between the grey rock and the grey-green juniper, so I will definitely put in more rocks there just for decoration, and probably in a couple of more places as well. I love my rocks. Speaking of, let me show you one last thing. I will need more rocks for this edge, and also I need rocks for an inner edge here, because I will have my greenhouse there. It will be stood on top of a wooden deck, and then around the wooden deck I will have gravel. In the gravel I will have stepping stones, and then outside the gravel I will have a border, preferably a meter wide, edged with rock on both sides. That's the plan. Anyway, as you can see, I also used rocks here to kind of give this back border kind of a definition. I want more rock over there in front of the lilacs once I've taken out the last of the grass, and also here I want more stone. I've left a piece about a foot or two here to support the brick wall, and then I've put rocks on top of that, mostly to keep the grass out, but as you can see the grass pokes out on the side, so I will let it fall down into the bed here. As I said, dig away the last of the grass over here, and more stone. You can never get enough of stone. And maybe also I will get some more larger boulders so that I can edge this border with larger rocks, because I think it's easier to get the edges clean that way, and maybe it looks a bit better as well. Yeah, so let's see what this and yeah, one more thing. As I said, I let my wife decide about on this, and she has approved what she's seen so far. I've tried to emulate Garden Hike, my idol, somewhat. I'm thinking of putting some smaller rocks, gravel type here. I'm not sure if I should do that. If you are watching this, please leave a comment. Would you do that? I have really small gravel that I will use for to make a solid foundation for the greenhouse and the work area over there. But I don't want that small of a gravel. Maybe around the size of this yellow-brown over here, but just natural gray. Maybe a bit larger than this. So let me know if you think that would look nice over there on the berms. Okay, so this is me signing off for today. I'm going inside now for a nice cup of coffee and some newly baked bread while the rain comes down. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.